manifest. You can manifest things in your life quite easy when you're in that deep state. You're manifesting all the time though, because your subconscious manifests what it thinks that you need to learn or to gather as information on this world experience. So as you gather the information, we would like to show you how to gather it in a really good way. In theta healing, we believe you do create your own reality. But a lot of that is how you interact with the world. Theta healing does teach you how to manifest, but manifesting sometimes goes with a little bit of effort. Manifest on days where you have special openings, incredible energy in which to manifest. One of those openings is the New Year's. Just so you know, anytime that there's like a full moon or a shift astrologically or something kind of working a little bit more and energetically for you is always a good time to manifest. Manifesting at the first of the year is super good to manifest because so many people celebrate the new year. So many people are focused on making changes in their life. So you're kind of using that group consciousness to kind of help you manifest. Same with the Chinese New Year, same with every New Year that is celebrated in many different countries all over the world. These are really good times to really focus on manifesting. Although you can manifest every day and you can manifest for something different every day. The difference with, say, the healing and other manifestations, how they happen and how they work is that with theta healing, you go into that deep state, into your subconscious. You don't have to read something 30 days to teach your subconscious something new, which is something you would do with affirmations. And you can do affirmations with theta healing. Just so you know, we do something called downloads, which are affirmations given to a very deep level of your subconscious. And you can need only to do that basically once, but doing it over and downloading yourself in a theta state, going right into your cells is pretty amazing. Theta healing believes that we have beliefs that we carry in the subconscious. Beliefs are created by feelings, emotions, and how you perceive the world. You create from this into your conscious reality. So that's only a little bit about theta healing. Just in case you don't know about theta healing, don't worry, because we're going to walk you through this manifestation. It's going to be great. For those that are theta healers that are watching today, you could probably watch this before, and this time we're going to do it again, only this time we're going to do it with a few added things to kind of make your manifestation super powerful. So we've had a couple interesting years, about 3 years in which we've kind of watched the world shift to a whole other reality than it was about 3 years ago. We've gone through a lot of different things, and believe it or not, it's actually a really good time to manifest right now, to shift things to your true desire. How's that sound? But there are rules for manifesting, and we need to kind of go over that first. First of all, when we manifest for the new year or any time, you have to follow these certain rules. Number one, you can only manifest for yourself. So you can't manifest that your child finds a job. You can give them a job, but you can't manifest for anyone else but yourself. Knowing that, you can still send blessings to your son. You can still pray for your son. You can still do belief work with your son so that he gets the job that he is qualified and that he desires. But in the meantime, you can manifest that you can give him a job. Okay, so you can only manifest for yourself, which is important because you do interact to the world. So you can manifest that you're a kinder person, a more loving person, that you are respected, that you give support, that people feel loved around you. All of those things you can manifest for. And that means that you can send out the love, but they choose to whether accept to feel that feeling or not. It's all based on this thing called free agency, a really important law of the universe, something that we get into later, and you'll be good with that. The second thing you need to know when you manifest is you can't make somebody love you. Either they love you or they don't love you. So when you're manifesting for a soulmate, you want to manifest for a compatible soulmate. Oh, and you can manifest for a soulmate. But remember that when you really love yourself is when you're really ready for a soulmate. Okay, just so you know, soulmates are very powerful beings that know you from another time or place, and they know exactly everything about you on some level. So they know how to make you very angry or very loved, depending on how you feel about yourself. So let's see if we can't get you guys getting the right compatible soulmate if that is what you would like to seek in your life. So knowing that is a rule is kind of important. Another rule is not to ask for all of your psychic abilities instantly. To get all of your psychic abilities instantly would actually be a real burden to your body. You wouldn't be able to actually assimilate all the information. You can grow at an exponential pace, um, which is good. But as you become more and more intuitive, you need to add certain platforms to it. Super high thought forms called virtues. Thought forms that move faster than the speed of light, thought forms that will really help you manifest. So if you wanted to be a better healer, you would actually have to be kind, very kind, and then you will actually get the abilities to be a better healer. Okay, just so you know, when we go up and we manifest, we go up to the creator, which is this amazing energy that we are all part of. So we are all part of molecules, atoms. Inside those atoms are protons, neutrons, electrons. Inside of them are something called quarks. And those energies are actually made up of pure energy. So we are actually part of this pure energy of intelligence and love. And we call that the energy of the creator. If you are from different parts of the world, your ancestors talked about it all the time. They called it the life force, the spirit that moves in all things, the Holy Spirit. These are all things that you guys may be familiar with already. So when you're going up to connect with it, it's not going to feel strange or weird. It's just going to be really cool. And we're talking deep to our subconscious. So there's different ways that we can manifest and manifest easier. So this year, I have some things for you to do before New Year's that are very much, of course, still the same things we do on New Year's, which is sort of cool. Is a few extra things we added to actually help your manifestations come true. So very quickly, let's go over a couple of things. If you complain all the time and you whine all the time and you're constantly miserable, no matter what, it's not really a good energy to manifest in. In fact, we are already manifesting all the time our thoughts into reality. So if we spend our life worrying, then a lot of things happen that we worry about. We can manifest our greatest fear, our greatest dream. But you have to understand that if you're walking around complaining all the time, then this actually kind of puts you at a zero level of energy to even start. It starts to kind of tear down the body and tear down you. So before you start to manifest, you want to just sort of maybe do a couple little things to get you in the right mindset. Now, of course, some of you are amazing intuitives and pick up everybody else's mindset on top of your mindset. And you may have to kind of put yourself kind of away from everyone for a few minutes to manifest so that you can actually just be in your own space. So that's probably number one, first thing you want to do. There are different things that you can do to get into the right state. You can meditate, some of you can do yoga, some of you can just take a walk out in nature. But these things all kind of help you prepare to manifest. In fact, walking out in nature is huge. Now, maybe even sitting on a grounding pad is huge to get your body and your cells ready to manifest. But of course, we're going to use the theta brainwave so we can instantly be in that right space. So we're going to walk you through some steps to get you in that right space. So the first thing we're going to do this morning is we're just going to take you up in a very simple theta brainwave and just send love to every cell in your body. And then we're going to come back and I'm going to share some really cool things with you. Okay, so take a deep breath in. Imagine energy coming in through the bottoms of your feet, moving up to the top of your head, making a beautiful ball of light. Good. I want you to pretend that you're in that ball of light, that you go up past the universe through layers and layers of light to a golden light, through a very thick water, thick substance, and into a tingly white, white, white light. And I want you to say, Creator of all that is, it is requested that perfect love go through every cell of my body. Now, the ball of light that you were in disappears. You're just in this tingly white light. You can feel this light of perfect love and perfect intelligence going through every cell in your body. Now I want you to go back up to this tingly, just be in that white light setting again. Say, thank you, it is done, and open your eyes. So years ago, I was doing readings on people and they asked me to teach them what I was doing. I realized that I was going up and asking the Creator for answers and I was getting them right. And so I decided to teach them. So I took them up above their space and told them to go to the Creator and ask the Creator a question. To my surprise, not everybody believed they could go up to the energy of the Creator, and some of them had no idea where they were going. So we created a roadmap, a map that says the Creator is more than just the earth and who we are. The Creator is more than the universe. It's more than the heavens. It's more than all the laws of the universe. It is everything and perfect creation energy. And that's the Creator. Now, as you go and sit in this energy, you can feel it going through your cells, yet you are already made of this energy. Pouring a little extra love into your cells will actually help you manifest. Now, we discovered a long time ago that you could manifest in the theta brainwave. We weren't sure what we were doing at first, but after I healed my leg, I wanted to find out more. So we started regulating and measuring our brain waves and realized that we'd found a way to go into a theta brainwave awake, not asleep, and to access the subconscious, which was super cool, especially 30 years ago. Just so you know, in order to go up and really show you all how to manifest, if you give me permission, I'll just simply scan all of you so that I can feel your questions and give you some answers. This doesn't mean that I'm coming into your body and taking over. It just means that I'm just gently sending this love through your energy and kind of feeling what you need. And the theta healing, you have to say yes for anything that you change or shift in your life. So we're not changing major beliefs, but we're going to tell you what beliefs you may need to work on so you can manifest. And theta healing, when you go into a theta brainwave and you manifest, now, if you don't get your manifestation right away, you have to understand that you may have to work on whether you deserve it or not. It could be you that's blocking your own manifestation. For the most part, most of you are going to be able to manifest it. Fantastic. If what you're doing isn't coming about, we can go and do like a theta session or something later to actually help you find out if there's any beliefs that are blocking you. But some of the beliefs that you think are blocking you aren't. Okay. One of the reasons people can't manifest is they don't know what they want to manifest. So very quickly, I'm going to walk you through this procedure today, and then we're going to let you guys manifest, especially around the new year. And then we're going to come back and check on you and see how well you did. Okay, so number one, if you guys really, really want to have this manifestation work for you, I hope you got a pencil and a pen or a really good memory. I'd like you, before you even start, to put your mind in the right space. And one of the things that will put your mind in the right space is making a quick list of what you're grateful for. Write 10 things that you're grateful for in your life. 10. That's why you're thinking, I don't have 10 things, but you do. If you slept in a bed last night, and you should be grateful for that. If you had food this morning or even a cup of coffee, you should be grateful for that. And that counts. Just 10 things very quick while I'm talking to you. Okay, just so you know. Now, as you're writing that, this is a big manifestation at the first of the year. And of course, it can be the first of the year on any major occasion. So you can also do this for the Chinese New Year or the New Year from where you're from. Many people have different New Years. Right now, it's for the people that used to live in Northern Europe and the high northern countries. You know, this was still part of the Yule right now. It started on the 21st. It goes for 12 days. This is their new year, basically, as they invite the spring back. Okay, so I know some of you were thinking, well, this isn't really the new year. The new year starts in April. It doesn't start in January. They changed it around. It doesn't matter. What matters is that so many people will be writing down their New Year's resolutions and their New Year's commitments to their self that we can use this energy to help us manifest even more in our lives. Just so you know. Keep writing those things that you're grateful for. I hope you're writing them down. Because the more you write things down and you're grateful, it kind of cements into your mind that everything is okay, everything's good. All of a sudden your brain will start to release a little bit of dopamine. It will release a lot of serotonin. It will release a lot of oxytocin. It will just give you this overwhelmed feeling of everything's okay. So anytime you stop and think about being grateful, if you're feeling depressed, that would kind of chase that feeling away. Okay. Now, the next thing you're going to do, because we're going to do this for the new year, this is something different, is we're going to manifest this new year not only for what we want to accomplish and write goals, but we're going to write down what we want to manifest in our life now, what we want to manifest in our life in a year, and maybe what we want to manifest in our life in 5 years. Okay, but we're definitely doing the now and the next year. Okay, so in order to manifest, you need to know what you want to manifest. Okay, so here's how it works. If you go to the grocery store and you know that you're going to go get milk, when you go to the grocery store, you usually get more than milk. You get a whole bunch of other things that you weren't really going to go for, things that you saw that you liked along the way. And you come back sometimes with a whole bunch of groceries. Or sometimes you go to the grocery store without a list, thinking you're going to remember, but when you get there, you forgot what you came for and get something completely opposite and don't get what you want. So you write a list down of everything that you want to pick up at that grocery store. Your brain's used to that. Your brain is used to having a list of what needs to be done. A list in your mind is something that has to be done in what order. I know that you guys are super smart and super good memories and all of that stuff. But if you write down on a piece of paper what you really want to manifest and write a list, then your subconscious will go about creating that list. Now, if you only write one thing down, like financial freedom or financial security, then your brain can take an entire year to do it. But when you start writing down a list, your brain starts to go down that list and starts bringing you things really fast. So if you want to really manifest, you really need to write down at least 10 things that you want to manifest in your life. Now, for some people, they don't know what they want to manifest. And that's one of the reasons they don't manifest things that they want in their life. Now, there are those that live their life, taking life as it comes, riding that life wave, and not being prepared for anything that might come into your life. Because if you're not creating consciously to your subconscious will create for you. And your subconscious creates anything that will give you an experience that your spirit is looking for. And your spirit and your soul are looking for higher thought ways to improve, to move forward, to graduate this life. So you're looking for different virtuous thoughts. So in order for you to maybe move forward, into the next level of our existence, you might need patience. And your subconscious will create all kinds of things to teach you patience. And you'll learn patience. You might need to know gratitude. So the universe might create a situation where you have to learn gratitude, or a situation where you learn how to be control of your temper and control of your thoughts and control of your life. And so you'll be bringing you all kinds of stuff. But if you write down on this list, which we're making just a few minutes, the virtues that you would like to practice and learn, you could learn these things easier and effortlessly. I mean, wouldn't it be fun to learn generosity by actually being generous and just do it? So in order to progress, you have to learn certain things. So your experiences in life, whether you like it or not, they have all taught you something. They've all taught you something that is amazing and wonderful. So if you're a theta healer, write down a few different virtues that you would like to accomplish in this next period of the next year. You can write at least 5 down. You can do that. And you can look back at your last year and think about, what did you learn last year? And that will also put you in the right mood to actually manifest. Okay, so now you've wrote what you're grateful for. Now you're thinking about what you've accomplished last year. And now you're thinking about what maybe virtuous energies you would like to accomplish this next year. And all of that puts your cells and your body in this excited, cool energy of knowing it's going to manifest. Now, you're going to make a list of what you'd like to bring in your life, even if it's a silly list. You can start with something small and you can move bigger. But if you were limitless, if you had all the financial means that you needed to create anything in this world that you wanted, with a financial base, with a spiritual base, with a mental base, what would you create? Now, I know that there are a lot of you that are like, well, money doesn't buy you everything, but money does buy you some things. Like maybe you want your classes to be bigger. Maybe you want to travel and teach. You need the financial support of being able to fly to all these places. So don't take money out of it. Theta healing, money is energy. It's just a form of exchange. Money's paper, cotton, different materials, plastic even, but it is a form of energy. So a lot of people block their manifestations by like, if I could do anything I wanted, I'd build a healing center, but I don't have the money. And they stop their manifestation before they start. So in your imagination, if you had every bit of what you needed of support to create what you want, what would you write? What would you create? Some of you are saying, I would create a family. I would create children. I would create my soulmate. All of those things can be written on the list. I would create being a better healer. But knowing that when you start asking to be a better healer or a better psychic, there's some things that have to happen with that. So if you want to be a better healer, you need to get rid of all your fear, doubt, and disbelief. And you need to practice kindness and compassion, and literally practice caring about others. If you want to be a really good psychic, you need to clear your resentment, because resentment blocks us from our intuition. We need to clear that so that you can go on. Okay, you have to bring in wonder and hope and excitement into your life so that you can bring those feelings in. So even just writing that down, your subconscious knows it has to do something to get this. We live in an energy world of energy exchange. So we need to put forth some effort to make some of these things come true. So if you want your true soulmate, you're going to probably have to leave the house. Although there was one lady I did a reading on years ago, I told her I seen that her soulmate was coming, and she's like, I never leave the house. And sure enough, he got a flat tire right out in front of her house, needed help, and he used her phone, and they met each other. But usually you have to make plans to like leave the house. You want a soulmate, then you need to work on being what would make you a better person? What would make you a lovable, fun, and imaginative energy? Now, if you sit at home and go, I don't have a soulmate, and you keep saying that over and over, you will block your manifestation. Okay, so for fun, let's just write this list down. We'll go up, we'll manifest it. We'll manifest it today, but we'll manifest it again on New Year's with a little extra twist and see what happens. I mean, what you got to lose? Nothing really. Just see what you want to manifest. Okay. If you're going to go up and manifest, and you're going to manifest, by the way, if you're going to go up and manifest and you hear yourself go, that's impossible, then you cancel that and you go up and manifest again without that energy that says it's impossible. So anytime you do a healing, anytime that you do a manifestation and you hear this little voice inside go, oh, that's impossible, just start all over again. And then later we can find out why your subconscious thinks it's impossible. Because your subconscious will block you on some way of your manifestation if it thinks it will cause you harm. Now, just so you know, that's just the way manifestations work. Good example is a man that wanted to manifest a house to live in, but when he visualized the house, he got all nervous and scared and thought, if I have this house, my mother-in-law will move in. Okay, immediately he stopped his manifestation. So we had to shift it a little bit. We had to tell him he could manifest a house, but we could also manifest a house for his mother-in-law, and everything was fine. We could visualize it, which is a really important part of manifesting. When you manifest, you don't just say it. You go up and you actually imagine what it feels like to have it. What does it feel like? What does it feel like to have this manifestation? Is there something you'd like to shift or change? What would it be like? Okay, this is how we're going to actually bring to you the things that you really want or desire in your life. Okay, so just imagine that your life is a runaway train and it's just doing whatever it wants. But once you write down on a piece of paper what it's supposed to do, it's going to go where you want it to. So you can start with little things to manifest. You know, maybe a ring, maybe a purse, maybe a new car, and you can also add things to it. You know, you can be a better healer, you can be more focused, you can be more kind. Because I know that you guys have this deep kindness. I scanned you. You can always be kinder, just so you know. And that you can actually manifest that you are a great teacher, you're a great mother, you're a great uh, historian. You can be anything you want in this manifestation. But I want you to make a list of 10 things. So 10 things that you want to manifest. Brandy, what do you want to manifest in your life? Give me two things. You know, things that you're doing. Only thing is, instead of saying, I'm going to do it, I want you to write, I do this every day. Instead of writing your list of ring, car, house, garage, my house is finished. I have my new cars in the garage. Okay. I want you to also write important things like, I know what it feels like. I know how to do this. And you want to write down a virtue you want to manifest? I live my life in kindness. I surround myself with the kindness of others. I surround myself with people who respect and love me. Oh yeah, you can actually manifest some respect. Now, just so you know, respect of course is earned, so you have to like be in the energy that you should be respected. And you can write that down. And that can be part of your manifestation. So you're gonna write 4 resolutions 85, and 10 things you want to manifest in your life. Okay, perfect. Keep going. You're doing great. Now we're only doing short term right this second. Okay. Now, when you get that done, what are 5 things that you want to manifest over the next year? Now, there are 5 things that we're going to manifest in Theta Healing over the next year. We are still working on Planes 2 book. Almost got that one done so that can be out to the world. Working on a DNA 4-2 book, or DNA 4 book, and a DNA 4-2 seminar. We'd like to get that out in the next year. And I know that it will be there because it's already started, but 30 things on the list. In fact, at all times, we're manifesting and focus. I know that some of you guys have been writing me letters about maybe you're not able to stay focused, you're intuitive, you have a hard time staying focused. You write this down and your subconscious will start to help manifest for you. You'll stay focused. Okay, it doesn't mean that every morning I get up and I think, oh, I got to do this and this and this and this to manifest this. I might not. I might just find myself automatically manifesting these things. Just so you know, it works really well. But on New Year's, you're going to write it not just in a book, down what you want. You're going to write it on a piece of paper. And we're going to tell you about that in a moment. So now that you've got your list, now that you're sort of sitting there waiting with your list of things, we're going to take you up and do a manifestation. And we're going to take you up to the creator and we're going to manifest this in your life. Now, you can use the same list on New Year's or you can make a new one, just so you know. And as you make it, there's a little bit more to New Year's that we're going to use the energy for. And I'm going to show you how to do that. But right now, I'm going to walk you up and we're going to manifest everything that's on your list. We're going to learn about it first. Okay. So the first thing you do is you want to relax and you want to imagine a lot of energy coming up through the bottoms of your feet, going way down from the earth and moving all the way up through your feet. And this energy is actually moving all the way through your body. If you think I'm connecting you to the earth, which is automatically connecting you to a Schumann wave. So you immediately, as you imagine energy coming up through your feet, you're actually going to go into an alpha brainwave. And when we go up in an alpha brainwave above ourselves and say the word God, we're going to go into a theta brainwave. So let me show you how this works. Imagine energy coming up through the bottoms of your feet, moving up to the top of your head, making a beautiful ball of light. Pretend that you're in that ball of light. And you go up past the universe, through layers and layers of light, through a golden light, through a thick jelly-like substance, and into a tingly white light. And you're going to say, Creator of all that is, this is in my life now. I understand this, and I live this. I want you to think of everything that's on your list. I want you to imagine what it feels like to have everything on your list What does it feel like to have your manifestations? What does it feel like to be healthy and strong? What does it feel like to be with the one person that you're trying to manifest, or that healing center that some of you want? What does it feel like to be there? And when you are finished imagining this, go back to that tingly white light, take a deep breath in, and open your eyes. Say thank you, it's done, it's done, it's done. Now we've just went up, told your subconscious what you want, you connected with the creator. And even though it feels maybe like you're making it up or it's not real yet, that's just because you're not going down completely into a deep theta brainwave, but you are going down deep enough. You're in a high theta brainwave where you are actually deeply visualizing this, and it is telling your subconscious what you need. The more you go up and practice going into theta, the deeper you will get. There'll be a time where you get to the point where it feels like you're in a dream and it feels so real. And that comes with just a little bit of practice. Okay, very good. Made your list. You did all right. Now let's talk some more. Okay, on New Year's, which is a time where everyone is like kind of resolving some issues, thinking about what they should change in the past. Not everyone, but a lot of people. You're going to kind of use that extra motivation to send up your New Year's resolution. What I do is I write down what I want to manifest and I write it down on a piece of paper. I copy that paper. I can even put that paper in my book. I actually truly just make 2 copies. Sometimes I might make 3. I would take one of the copies, fold it up, put it in my drawer, in my dresser, and leave it there. I can take some of those things that I really want to manifest and write them in my little red book just to keep my mind focused. And the other piece of paper, I actually burn. On the New Year's hits 12 o'clock at night, I burn my manifestations, send them up to the universe to manifest. I'm sure it's from many other times or places I'm remembering how to do this, but it's really fun. Now, it doesn't mean that I don't manifest through the year. In fact, I could manifest the next day and write more stuff in my little red book. But this stuff, I make sure I put a copy underneath in my drawer, and I do burn one of the copies. And I'm going to tell you, every year, at the end of the year, I pull out and look at my manifestations, and I've manifested everything. Or if I can't keep track of it, even in my red book, I've manifested everything on that list. Now, just so you know, your subconscious is incredibly powerful. And going up with the energy of the creator behind it, it works. Now, I'm not saying that it's not some work. I mean, if you want to create something in your life, let's say you've invented some new toy, you have to invent the toy and you do have to take it through the steps. So action always goes with the manifestation, action in some way. Now, I started realizing that when I was in theta, things started coming into my life that I talked about. I remember 30 years ago telling some lady that I really liked the ring that she had, only too bad it didn't come in the stone that I liked. And then less than 3 days later, some lady gave me a ring. It wasn't her. She just said, I was in a store, this looked like you, and she gave it to me. And I just went, wow, that was weird. Oh, I remember telling somebody that I was going to put a geode in my healing room about this big. Well, a few days later, this man comes in and goes, I have something I know belongs to you. I said, really? He goes, yeah, it's a geode, but you'll have to bring somebody to come get it. It'll probably take 2 people. And I said, okay. So we sent 2 people over, and sure enough, it was this big, but it was this wide. They weighed 257 pounds. And I want you to know that I still have it. And what happened? Because I put out to the universe what it was I desired. But if you want to be a good healer, that means you're going to be working on a lot of people. If you want to do the healing, you got to kind of get the experience in between it. So don't call me up after you manifested and tell me that you have too many clients and you don't know what to do, because I didn't manifest that. You did. Okay, that's how it works. You still have to see the clients. You still have to get the information. Okay, this life experience is for us to experience and to learn. Every experience we've learned something from, every experience. And as we manifest things in our life and we manifest those experiences, we are now focusing on what we want to learn by. And you have to understand, if you manifest it, then there's a really good chance it's going to come into being. So stop and think about it for a second. No, I manifested years ago. I had a problem with my heart. They told me I had congestive heart failure. Well, I knew I'd have to heal it, and I did. Don't worry about me. But I remember getting a little sad about the whole situation, thinking I never had a Jaguar. I never had that car. I always wanted that car, and I never got that car, and now I was going to die, which I knew I wasn't going to. So I went down and I ordered that car. I ordered that car, and it took 3-4 months to get there. Well, by that time, I figured out a way to heal my heart, which was cool. And then they got a phone call saying this car had come in and I needed to come pick it up. So I flew down to Boise, which was about 4 hours back to get back, and I went to go pick up my car. And when I got there, I didn't realize that when I ordered that car, that my husband, who is very tall, wouldn't fit in that car. So he drove that car, and he fit in the driver's side like this with the sunroof and everything like this. Then I realized that before I decided to order it, maybe I should have tried it out. Most uncomfortable car I ever had. My husband couldn't drive it, but I had manifested it. And so here's the moral of the story. Maybe if you're going to buy a car or a house, maybe you should look at it, try it on first. And most people try their shoes on before they buy it. So maybe you should make sure that that's what you really want to manifest. No, you can't really go wrong when you manifest love, respect, honor, except for the fact that you may have to earn it a little bit. But when you decide to start manifesting physical things into existence, you may want to actually try them out. Now, I talk about physical things because I know that we can go up and we can manifest the kindness and love. We can manifest that we're good healers. But when you start adding a few physical things to your manifestation, you're going to realize that everything's made of energy. And that's when you really get the confirmation that you really can bring things to you and shift things around in your life. Now, remember, you can't manifest for anyone but yourself. So you can't manifest that all your hard feelings with your mother are gone on her end. That you can work on your beliefs and clear it on your end and keep working at it, and it might work. Okay, what's your questions, Brandy?
How do we manifest for like the soulmate that we want to have in our lives? How detailed do we need to be?
I need you guys to be pretty detailed. I don't need you to write 5 pages of what they look like, how they walk, how they talk, how they chew gum. I need you to write down things like a compatible soulmate. You know, if you want a compatible male soulmate, then you need to write down a man. If you have a compatible female soulmate, you need to write down a woman, because we're drawn to each other by energy. People will be drawn to you that have known you before in some other time or place. So if it's a man you want, you should write that down. If it's you want someone to love you unconditionally, that's a dog. You know, just so you know, and not all dogs do love you unconditionally. You have to understand that we humans have to sometimes have a few conditions on our relationships. We have to have a condition of maybe you're loyal to each other, or maybe you don't run off and disappear for a year. You know, there should be some conditions on relationships. in order for us to live with each other. Now, any relationship takes effort and time, and relationships are complicated. So you want to find someone who's compatible with you mentally, physically, spiritually, compatible with you. That means that you can talk about anything, but it doesn't mean that they're going to listen to every order that you give them, or you're not going to listen to every order they give you. You have to have your own personality and your own energy. So it's a super important to know if you're a healer that you're going to definitely not be happy with somebody that walks around going, I love you, I love you. You're going to want somebody who has a brain and actually can visit, talk, and be in, but not a complete pushover. Otherwise, you won't be happy. So you're going to have to ask for someone who's compatible. And then you always have to understand that just because you're ready doesn't mean they're ready. Sometimes we are looking for what a soulmate that is our divine life partner, and that's the person we are looking for, not just anyone, but them. And they have to be ready too. So you may be ready now, but they may not be. So when you manifest for a soulmate, you need to go up and ask the Creator when they're ready. When are you both ready? And a lot of people manifest for soulmates because they think that's what they should do. Some people are just really happy living by themselves, taking care of themselves. They don't really know how to live with another person without giving up some part of their self. So they may have to do some belief work before that actually comes into their lives. And the Creator knows that. So you can always go up and say, Creator, what do I need to do to make me prepared for my soulmate so that I can be who I am without having to shift or change? And that could be the solution. Remember, the energy of the Creator gives us all kinds of answers. So when we go up and manifest and you hear this voice that goes, oh, you can't have that, that's probably your subconscious. But if you hear a voice that says, you're not ready, maybe you should go up and ask Creator what you need to do to be ready.
So I want to manifest a house. So the house I would like to manifest is away from my parents. And my parents need to be taken care of. So what are some of the things I could do there? Because I manifest a house, but then can I manifest energies of my parents, that people that can take care of me, take care of my parents? How do I go there? Because right as I wrote that on my list, I got a block immediately. So how do we go through that?
Okay, well, then you need to go up and ask, is this, is this you blocking it? Because obviously you can manifest a house, but if you feel like you have to take care of your parents, maybe that's an obligation that you made too. Our parents aren't with us as long as you think. Now, I understand the dilemma of making sure you take care of an elderly parent, and sending someone to take care of them for you can be also expensive. I understand. But you can manifest both of these things. You can manifest someone to take care of them, or maybe another part of the house that's for them. But you're going to have to go up and find out what is your first priority. Uh, I know for a fact that I made an obligation when I was really young that I would always take care of my mother when she was old. And when she was old, I was the only child that did take care of her. And when she was old, she had Parkinson's, became bitter, vicious, uh, paranoid because Parkinson's does that, stiff, could not move. I did need help. Ended up having to have someone have to actually take care of her and really be there, right? Help her in and out of the bathroom and around. Some of you have the ability to do that. Some of you have the ability to do both. But when you come to this decision, manifest for your house, but before you do, go up and ask the Creator to help you with several ideas on how to accomplish those. There's more than one or two ways to do something. There's always thousands of solutions and thousands of different ways to react and interact with people. And they all can work.
As we write our list, is there a limit on what we can put on this though?
I would like you to make a list of more than 10 things. I think you should make a list of 50 things that you want in your life. The more things you get the mind to do, the faster your brain goes about creating it.
And how specific do we have to be? So say that house or manifest or that car? Do we have to be specific?
It would be really good if you were more specific about what you want. What color carpet is it? What does it feel like? What does it sense like? What does it feel like to be with that compatible soulmate? And just because I say they're compatible, you have to understand what compatible means. I always tell people not to manifest their twin flame because their twin flame's just like them. And unless you want to live with yourself, you may not want a twin flame. And not only that, but the twin flame could be you when you were 18 and you're now 60. It probably wouldn't be so good. So you manifest for a compatible soulmate. You always go up and ask the creator, ask the creator, what can you're limitless on what you can create. You're stuck in your mind by what you can afford. Your subconscious isn't. What comes to you can come to you in many different ways. Your subconscious will manifest very quickly. Instead of saying, I have enough money for this, manifest what it is you want. And then let the universe open up the opportunities for you to manifest.
If I'm writing my manifestation list and immediately I hear impossible, do I still put that on the list and then take a look at it, or do I disregard it?
Put it on that list. Do not disregard it. Go up and find out why it's impossible. Sometimes people manifest for more classes. When you have them imagine having more classes, they see that their time is completely taken up and that they have no time for their family. They will literally shrink their classes, literally destroy classes, not to give that up. You have to find some balance. If you know that, you can manifest time for both. So you want to make sure that you have time to manifest it, but write that on your list.
With that being said, for the balance part, if I want to manifest balance in my life, do I write I am balanced in my life with work, with home, with family, with my
You have to
time?
understand what the universe's idea of balance is. Balance is a virtue. And so you'll be given lots of chances to balance yourself. So you are almost inviting a little bit of chaos into balance. If it's balance you want, you can ask the creator exactly what you want. Want time for myself, I want time for my family, and I want time for my classes, and this is where I'm going to do it. And you can find balance. Balance can mean something else to another level of your being. Balance in walking and dancing and moving. So you need to know exactly what you want. As far as manifesting a soulmate, if you look up on the television and you see an actor and you decide you want to manifest them. I had a woman come in and say, my soulmate is Bruce Willis. I want him in my life. She doesn't know Bruce Willis. She doesn't know she wants him in her life. And that's not really in his will. So you have to go up and ask for the compatible soulmate for you. Or maybe your soulmate resembles this person. I don't know. But you have to realize that you can't make somebody come to you and love you if they don't love you. So you're always safe as manifesting your most compatible soulmate. Some of you will go up and manifest an airplane, your own private airplane, and discover later that you don't want that. So you start with the little things sometimes at first to get your brain into the manifesting thing, or make sure you start with feeling that you're limitless in all that you have. And then you can actually do belief work in order to have that. Okay. Oh, and if you're manifesting for a healing center, you need to know everything that goes into that. You need a good accountant, you need a good attorney, you need a good manager, or you're going to be working all the time. So if your brain knows that you'll be working 14, 16-hour days, it will fight you on your manifestation. If you add to your creation what would make it feel right and good, always manifest for the right workers, not just I work at a healing center. I have someone that does Reiki. I have someone that does NLP. I have someone that does acupuncture. I have somebody that does massage. And I do theta healing. You're going to make sure that you're bringing to you compatible people. that actually like you and get along with you before you actually, and know how to work before you manifest. Now, so you're like, oh no, that's complicated. Well, it's even more complicated if you're letting your subconscious run wild. So just make your little list. You're doing great. You're doing awesome. Okay, now here we're going to go this again. You're going to make a list on New Year's. You're going to make a list of at least 10 things that you want in your life. You're going to write at least 5 things that you want to actually make a resolution, something that you're going to do, something you're going to shift and change. You're going to become a better person. You're going to exercise. I like people who write their New Year's resolution, lose weight. Well, you know that if you lose it, you're going to find it. You should actually say, I am the perfect weight. I exercise every day. And then you want to make sure that you write what you want to accomplish in the next year. And if you have time, write what you'd like to accomplish in the next 5 years. Just down. Okay. You're going to take that paper, you're going to fold it up, you're going to go up to the creator, you're going to manifest for this, and you're going to put that paper in the fire, and you're going to say the other in your drawer. If you're where you don't have a fire, then I would strongly suggest that you just rip it up in teeny tiny little pieces. Okay, so either way, you're going to do your manifestation. You're putting it out to the universe, and it's going to be fulfilled. Every year, me and my kids do this. Every year, it's fun to write it down and burn it, and it brings up this excitement about what you might want to manifest in the future. Okay, that's just an extra ritual that we do on New Year's. Remember, you can manifest it anytime that you're manifesting your list gets too short, too little, you have to manifest. I remember manifesting everything on my one list except like 2 things one year and being at a loss of whatever else I might want to create. So I decided that I would raise horses. I decided I would raise Frisian horses, the black ones with the long black tails. And I would raise horses. I had a farm. I manifested that. Uh, so I decided that that could be very possible that I could do that. And I've been raising horses for a long time now. And boy, is it complicated to raise horses. I knew horses were complicated, but I'm just saying. Uh, Great manifestation really helped in a lot of ways. Really taught my son and other people around us the real good ethic of work, hard work, and really fulfilling. But as I remember running out of that list, I just wrote down what I wanted and how to do it. It started a whole new aspect of my life that I uh, didn't think about before I sat down and manifested. Okay, so and manifesting, I want you guys to manifest a little bit more than you think you're allowed. So, like, you want to manifest a house, and you want to manifest someone to take care of your parents, you can manifest both of those things. And you want to manifest what it looks like, what it feels like, how you're. Now, I happen to be kind of a Capricorn person. I do things kind of in steps, but I want you to know that every time I manifest things that I don't think are that easy to accomplish, and they turn out to be very easy to accomplish once you get your subconscious working for you. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to have you guys think about what you want to manifest for the new year. We're going to have you put a little bit of detail in there, a compatible soulmate, someone that loves, cherishes you, honors you, that you cherish and honor yourself and them. Make sure that when you write for someone to love you, that you love them back. That's always good.
If we already have our soulmate, can we rate that our relationship goes stronger, things like that?
Well, if you have a relationship and you're already with someone, then that person could be your major soulmate. You may not understand them or even know how to trust them yet because of some childish issue that you've had as a child. You may be with the right person in a lot of ways. So you can always go up. You can always download your relationship. You can download yourself as a couple. We teach you that, and you and your significant other. But He also teaches you that in You and the Earth, how to download your group, your family, your energy with different downloads. And remember, a download is an affirmation that's given to you in theta. You may not know what it feels like to be loved or cherished. So even if I do belief work on you and tell you you're cherished, you don't know what that is. I can download you that you know what that is. And that teaches you immediately the creator's definition of that on every cell in your body, on every plane of existence, and that you know what it feels like to be completely cherished. That's a big one.
As I am manifesting and I go up and I visualize the whole manifestation, I've written it on my list. But when I go up and visualize, for example, the healing center, if I go and I visualize and I can see the healing center and the type of people that I would like to have there. But while I'm up in that manifestation, the creator shows me an even bigger center or an extra person that could help me. And I still add that to it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you can add to your manifestations. And you can also go up and say, I changed my mind, I'd rather manifest this. But once it starts coming in, you can always add. But you're not, if you're in the one healing center and another one comes open, you're going to still have to do some work on that.
Add that in my mind in that meditation. Do I still need to write it on my list, or is it already there because I added it?
It's already there because you already visualized it. Every time you see your list, it can only be maybe one or two words. I manifest for a house. I manifest for a house on the hill that has everything that I want. And you manifest it, then you kind of start to go in and look for it or talk about building it or go to the builders and then let the universe give you the ideas of what you need to do to get that house. Now, very quickly, I like to tell you guys, we're going to walk you through one more time. I'm going to walk you through. Okay.
We're manifesting today with this list. If I use this same list on New Year's, only I've added to, can I remanifest for the things?
Absolutely.
Today plus the new stuff?
Yes, absolutely. This could be your starter list. Okay.
So should we remanifest for things?
I just manifest for things like once or twice. And I don't manifest for them every day. I can do downloads on myself every day. I can actually read things of my improvement. I'm getting stronger, I'm getting healthier, and I download that. And some of you have been on my Instagram where I sometimes give you the same download over and over. It's because I feel like you might need a reminder or that you might need that download for the day. So that careful time and consideration is made to make those downloads for you. You can download yourself with kindness every day. When you manifest, you're manifesting kindness. That means you should be starting to practice kindness. So you can manifest if you want to more than once. You also may go up and ask the creator, how many times do I have to manifest for this? The creator might say, well, when you learn this and this, we'll give it to you. It's just like years ago, I wanted to write a book about the laws of the universe. The creator told me, how can you write a book about the laws of the universe when you don't even understand the planes of existence? And then I was like, oh, okay, well, what about the planes of existence? And I got little bits, but not a whole bunch. And it wasn't until I went through one of the hardest little trials of my life did the creator come to me and go, okay, you've learned enough tolerance. I can show you this. And I learned this planes of existence, which was really cool. Then I learned another planes of existence. And then I started getting more information about the laws of the universe. Although I got a lot, I mentally and spiritually, I had to be kind of ready to receive what I received. So you always need to know that the universe is always working with you. You want that healing center? You may not know what you're asking for. People don't always get along. It might be one of the worst challenges of your life or the best challenges of your life. Asking for compatible people to work with can save a lot of time and energy. I'm not taking the first account. It's not taking the first person that builds websites unless they're really qualified. Take the time and find the things that actually really fit. It's a really important lesson. And sometimes you learn it easy, sometimes you learn it hard. You know, just because you believe something doesn't mean everyone believes the same thing. So when you work with people in a working situation, you may realize you need to ask for something a little more. You know, I actually went into business with several people when I first started. I wanted a partner to help me pay for my office. And I've always found a partner that really wanted to work with me, but they never wanted to pay their bills. They never wanted to pay their rent or their bills. And I ended up paying them for both of us. And so it wasn't until I was like, God, I need a partner that I can depend on and that will help me. And God says, you don't need a partner. You can do this yourself and you can have a partner that's a soulmate, and that will be helpful. But, you know, I learned a long time ago that I don't play nice with others. I believe if you make a commitment to pay rent, you pay rent. If you make a commitment to pay a bill, you pay a bill. If you make a commitment to be a mother, you're a mother and you can work too, but you got to make a commitment. And at that time in my life, it was something really important for me to learn is that I could stand on my own. And I did. I learned to stand on my own. And then I realized maybe I was sabotaging everything that I would in the first place, just so that I could learn to stand on my own. So the one thing about belief work is that you learn to understand yourself, what you're creating, why you're blocking your creations. So you could be blocking some of your creations, which we're going to talk a little bit about later when we kind of come back to see how you guys did on your manifestations. But in the meantime, I know you're great manifestors. Think about what you really want. Put it out to the universe and see everything kind of line up for you. Things line up with people sometimes according to their divine timing. Only two things can mess up your manifestation. That's believing that you shouldn't have it or your divine timing. If your divine timing is to go out and heal the world and help everyone, then manifesting that you are alone on a desert island and not bothered by anyone probably won't manifest. But knowing what you're supposed to do, how you're supposed to do it will just happen. So go up and ask the creator, what is my potential? What is the greatest thing that I can do? What can I manifest? What is my divine timing? You know, but right now, everyone's writing a list. The chances of you actually just getting it are incredibly high. Just telling your subconscious what you want to do and just manifesting it is huge. So we're going to manifest, and we're going to make sure you manifest on New Year's. Make sure that you don't have to do it the way I said to do it, but I always, like I said, write it on two pieces of paper. Fold one, put it in your drawer. Take the other one and burn it. If you want to do it the other way too, write some of those down in your little red book. Write your manifestations down in your little red book. I write everything in my red book. I know you guys all use your phones, but I write down everything I have to get done, everything that I want to manifest, and then I check it so I can keep adding to the list. That keeps my life moving. It keeps me happy. It keeps things moving along quite quickly and things get done. Otherwise, I just don't want to let my subconscious create whatever it wants to. I don't want to be chasing after a million different problems when I could be manifesting things that I really, really need for my soul, my spirit, my body, my mind, all of that. And once you make a decision on that moment of manifestation, you make a decision. It's a decision, and you can learn to stand by your decisions. Okay, very quickly.
I know I keep cutting you off, but
Yeah.
go ahead. Thank you, Diana, for all of your Instagram and Facebook posts. I watch them and read them. You mentioned the other day that if enough of us praying for peace, we could make a difference. Can I add peace for the world to my manifestation work?
Well, that's the next part I was going to talk to you guys about. I was going to tell you that Josh and Raina are headed out to China to do Taiwan to actually do a class coming up. So I wanted to make sure that you got to see who they are and see Brandy and see all of us. because we're the ones teaching theta healing instructors class. We should actually see if we can't send peace on our affirmations for this year's resolutions. I know it's bothering a lot of people. I know that you feel, some of you, very helpless in what to do to change the world, but we can send our thoughts. We can send our energy out. Now, you can send an energy to different places if you focus and actually send that energy to someone that really needs it. And so I think right now we should send our energy out and ask for an energy of peace to hit the world, be around the world. I also know, since we're doing this for New Year's, that a lot of you are very concerned that the end of the world is coming with all the stuff that's going on and all these things. But I know for a fact that the end of the world is not coming right this second, and that things do shift and change, and that you'll be very surprised of all the different problems that are solved in the next few years. You'll be very surprised at the fact that we will probably no longer need fossil fuel here pretty soon. And you'll be very surprised to realize that things shift so quickly and not the way that everyone thinks they're going to change. And that might even get to start with us just sending out that extra energy of peace, calm, and comfort. Because we can send energy to anyone. You can't download people without their permission, but you can send energy out. And we can send energy of comfort, energy of peace, energy of hope, energy of wonder. We can send that out on our New Year's resolution. And if we all did that at midnight on the 1st, it's midnight all over the world at a different time. That means that every hour on the hour, people would be getting that energy. That could make a huge difference. I know sometimes you don't think it does, but it does. One person saying one thing can change the energy of the room. Just walking in with your energy field can change that energy. We could do this, and we could do this as a group. So as you write down everything that you want to manifest in your life, that you want to do to improve your energy, your spirit, your soul, that the things that you would like to accomplish in the next little while, you can also do that. Okay. I want to take you guys up one more time and manifest. First, I'm going to introduce you to Josh, Raina, and Brandy. Come over here. I have to say, my mother really does make us do this every New Year.
But it's amazing to do this every New Year. I mean, really, who doesn't want to manifest with her? I mean, you guys are here, right? This is amazing. And to see all you guys too.
The truth is, everything we do in theta healing has been our whole life for like 30 years. So this too, of course, is a big
30-year life for 40. How long have you been like
40.
Practice of manifestations? We do have a manifestation class that actually tells you a little bit more about how to download things around you and different things that can actually help you manifest. But I'm telling you, if you write down what you're grateful for before you start to manifest, you'll be in the right mindset and you'll do amazing things. I also am telling you to know what's on your list so you can manifest. Because if you just go up to the creator to manifest, you're in this energy of such amazing love that you're just like, I don't need to manifest anything. I'm perfect. Everything's good. Everything's golden. Everything's good. And so you want to make sure that you kind of go up with a mission to go up and say, this is it's in my life now. This is it, my life. Let's put it in my life. Okay, so here we go. There are like 3 or 4 different meditations with theta healing that we do. One of them is to like get clients. One of them is to actually hold specific energies to you. But today we're just going to go up and actually manifest that these things that you want to manifest are in your life. And it's a very simple manifestation so that you can actually manifest on New Year's. If you have not memorized everything that I just said, you can actually find the meditation in many different places, right, Brandy? And you're going to send them out one. Okay, so everybody, let's send energy to the world first, or do you want to send that last? Okay. So very quickly, we're just going to take a deep breath in and we're going to blow it out really slowly. And anytime that you take a breath in and blow it out really slowly, it will lower your blood pressure, it will help you relax. And I want you to imagine energy coming in now through the bottoms of your feet, moving up to the top of your head, making a beautiful ball of light. Pretend that you're in that ball of light, that you go past the universe through layers and layers of light, to a golden light, through a thick jelly-like substance, and into a tingly white light. And you're going to say, Creator of all that is, it is requested that peace, comfort, love, safety be sent to the world, and parts of conflict at this time. And I want you to imagine that you are suddenly standing in some of these places of conflict, sending your energy out and all around to the people around for peace, comfort, love. And remember, they don't have to take it, but there are many that will. You can think of more than one place at a time. When you are finished, bring yourself back to that tingly white light. Say, thank you, it is done. And I'm just going to send out love to everyone that was participating today. Now we're just going to go back again to that tingly white light. Say, thank you, it is done, it is done, it is done. And open your eyes. Okay, guys, we're going to go up one more time. We're going to manifest again. Now, the only reason we're manifesting twice the same list is just to get you a little deeper into theta. We won't do this again, probably till New Year's, and then just fold that paper up, put it away in your drawer, or we put it in your little red book, and then remember to get rid of the first one to the universe. So I usually burn it in the fireplace. I live here where it's cold and we have fireplaces. You know, so don't be starting a fire anywhere. Make sure that you're using some caution, and don't be doing this burning thing unless your parents are for sure there, if you're little. Okay, just so you know. Okay, so I want you guys one more time. We're going to manifest. We're going to fill you again with perfect love. I want you to imagine energy coming up through the bottoms of your feet, moving up to the top of your head, making a beautiful ball of light. Pretend that you're in that ball of light. To go up past the universe, through layers and layers of light, through a golden light, through a thick jelly-like substance, and into a tingly white light. I want you to say, Creator, this is in my life now. I want you to imagine what it is on your list, but it's actually in your life now. And visualize it being there, being there, feeling the energies of what they would feel like in your life. What would it feel like to be completely healthy? If that's what you're manifesting, feel that energy. Okay, when you are finished, go back to that tingly white light. Say, thank you, it is done, it is done, it is done. Open your eyes. If you notice, we take you back to the energy of the Creator when we're finished, so that you feel connected to everything that is. The theory is that you connect to this energy of everything that is. There's a couple ways we do that in theta healing. I hope that you guys had fun. I hope you're going to do a great job manifesting. And remember, Happy New Year. It's gonna feel different on New Year's because that energy is actually gonna be like, wow, and it's gonna be totally cool. And you're gonna do a great job. Congratulations. What?